Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something totally fascinating: why Ronaldo defines elite longevity. It's crazy, but for over 15 years, we witnessed something so unbelievable that we might have actually lost our collective grip on reality. We are going to completely reset our understanding of athletic greatness today. Let's look at the hard data together and see exactly why Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't just hold records, but why his career completely shattered our baseline for what greatness even means. Okay, let's dive into this. Messi and Ronaldo completely distorted how we view football. They reprogrammed expectations. That quote, it is absolutely spot on, and it's our explosive hook for a reason. We have literally forgotten what normal football looks like. When you watch two players compete not just with each other, but with history itself for more than a decade, your brain starts to normalize the absurd. 50 goals, 60 goals, even 90 goals in a calendar year. It became routine. But now that their era is shifting, we really need to step back. The numbers we see today feel human again. So to truly understand the madness we witnessed, we have to look back at what greatness meant before they reprogrammed our expectations. Section 1. The illusion of normal stats. Before we can appreciate modern dominance, we have to remember the old baseline for greatness.
And this brilliantly illustrates the reality check we all need. Think about Marco van Basten, an absolute legend of the game, a 3-time Ballon d'Or winner. His benchmark? Scoring 30-plus goals. In that era, 30 goals guaranteed you were the elite of the elite. Legends like Rivaldo and Andriy Shevchenko capped off their absolute best seasons with around 30 goals. But if you went up a level, you had players like Ronaldo Nazario and Gerd Muller. They were 2 of only 4 players in history to ever score 50 goals in the same season. Because of that, hitting 50 goals meant you weren't just a great player, you were a once-in-a-generation phenomenon. 30 was the gold standard, and 50 was a miracle.
But think about where we are today. Doesn't the modern expectation feel shockingly low to you? Just recently, we've had serious Ballon d'Or debates centering around guys like Rodri and Vinicius Jr., who sit at around 30 combined goal contributions. Then we compare them to players like Lamine Yamal and Ousmane Dembele in those exact same conversations. Honestly, it's kind of jarring. It feels extremely low because the standard was distorted for so long. We have to understand this historical context before we can even begin to comprehend true elite production. Section 2. Ronaldo's blueprint for longevity. While a few historical players managed to break the scale for a season or two, Cristiano Ronaldo's longevity is what truly defies science. 960. Just pause for a second and let that number sink in. At the time of the data recorded for this explainer, that is Cristiano Ronaldo's career goal count, arguably the greatest goal scorer the game has ever seen. To put that into perspective, you would have to score 40 goals a year for 24 straight years just to reach that number. 24 years. This massive total isn't just raw talent, it is the result of unprecedented, relentless endurance. So the crucial point is this number right here, 13. Ronaldo is the only player in football history to score 40 or more goals in 13 different calendar years. I mean, think about that. Most legendary careers are defined by 1 or 2 seasons of absolute peak greatness, where they might just scrape past 40. He did it 13 times. But here is the stat that completely breaks the traditional aging curve. 8 of those 40-plus goal seasons happened after he turned 30 years old. In a sport where players historically slow down, lose a step, or retire to the beach by their early 30s, Ronaldo arguably became even more lethal. He basically reprograms what the human body is supposed to be capable of. Let's walk through his timeline to really humanize this data. His first 40-goal calendar year came in 2010 when he was just 25. Then we hit age 30, right? The dreaded milestone where athletes decline, but instead, he enters a phase where he records 8 of those 40-plus goal seasons. And if you follow it all the way to age 38, he is still hitting the 40-goal mark. This isn't just a run of good form. This is perfection sustained over an unimaginable span of time.
And the streaks nested inside that timeline, they're honestly exhausting to even read. 50-plus goals in 6 consecutive seasons. Let me repeat that, 6 consecutive seasons. He also scored 60-plus goals in 4 different calendar years. That 4-year record of 60 goals might genuinely never be broken. To put that into perspective, Erling Haaland, an absolute machine, has hit 50 goals exactly once. Kylian Mbappe hasn't even done it yet. The sheer physical and mental exhaustion of maintaining this output year over year is staggering. Let's move to and see how this builds into Section 3, dominating the international stage. Because it wasn't just domestic club football where he proved he isn't human. We are going to rapid fire through this track record because his international career is just as absurd. Joint record for the most international hat-tricks, 10. European player with the most goals in Euro qualifiers, 41.
Oh, and he matched that exact same number for World Cup qualifiers. He's the all-time scorer in Euro tournament history with 14, and to cap the whole shebang off, he sits at the summit as the all-time leading scorer for a European nation with 143 goals for Portugal. Just relentless compounding dominance on every single stage.
Section 4. The impossible chase. Which brings us to a massive question. Can the brightest stars of this chance to catch up?
Now, what's really interesting about this data is visually exposing the massive chasm between Ronaldo and the current best players in the world. You have Ronaldo towering at 143 international goals. Then you look at the defining talents of today, Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland. Both are hovering right around 50 international goals. Visually, the gap is absolutely stunning. The best players in the world right now are essentially only a third of the way there.
Let's break down exactly what that mountain to climb looks like. Just to catch Ronaldo, Kylian Mbappe needs 30 more Euro qualifier goals, 20 more World Cup qualifier goals, and roughly 90 more total international goals. Erling Haaland, he needs over 30 more Euro qualifier goals, 50 more World Cup qualifier goals, and over 110 more total international goals for Norway. And keep in mind, Mbappe and Haaland are already 26 and 25 years old. They are only 4 to 5 years away from turning 30 themselves, the exact age where most players historically start slowing down.
So if there's one core takeaway from our deep dive today, it's this. Catching these numbers is no longer just a question of raw ability. Beating these records doesn't just require talent, it requires perfect timing. It requires historic, unbreakable consistency. And most importantly, it requires insane longevity well past the age of 30. The real legacy of greatness isn't just achieving an incredible peak, it's the agonizing, unrelenting ability to never, ever drop from it.
So, I leave you with this. When we look at players entering their 30s today, we unfairly ask why they aren't still scoring 40 goals a year. But as we've just discovered, that was never normal. Did Ronaldo permanently ruin how we judge aging in football? And more importantly, will we ever witness a human being defy time like this again? Think about that and let the sheer scale of those numbers sink in. Thanks for joining me on this explainer.